Women! I am interacting with women! I did it! Look, there's a woman on the screen. Hi.
Hello! That caught me off guard.
So we both thought it would be fun if we looked at comments and we were like, hey, you're wrong. We're gonna look at some comments and we're gonna just talk about them, and hopefully we can start another conversation and just start theorizing, because it's gonna get close to the final season of My Street once Mermaid Tales is over, obviously. So we gotta start preparing. Get your textbooks out. We gotta start figuring this out.
Get the color pen, get the highlighters, get the whiteboard.
Please get the whiteboard.
Get the red tape and everything.
So all this is gonna come from your comment section, from your TikTok. Of course, I will put everything in the description below. But the first thing that I want to talk about, McCrackers.main says, oh my god, I got this okay. I don't think the wolf girl in the newest trailer is an Aphmau variant. She was running, it was way more high-pitched than Jessica's voice, so I do think it's likely Alina comes to this universe. Like how she did in My Wish to save Aphmau and Eren, and I know she's technically dead, but I feel like there is a possibility that it is her, and if it's not, it's probably a new character, or might be completely wrong, and it's Void Paradox with short hair. What do you think about that? Because a lot of people like to say that it is Void Paradox or an Aphmau variant. I did talk about briefly both possibilities, but I wasn't too positive about it. So what do you think?
Trying to identify the wolf girl has been so hard for me, because there have been so many variables. Who could she be? Like, could it be another Aphmau timeline variant? Could it be Void Paradox? Could it be Alina? Could it be someone completely different? One thing that was actually pointed out, I was actually on James Brown Jr.'s stream, and he had just watched Her Wish, and he made this connection, because I mentioned the frosted tips in her hair, like the white ends, that was like throwing me off, because I can't connect that to any character whatsoever. But he did mention, like, in a lot of animes, shows, and you know how much Jess loves to connect her animes and Final Fantasy, overuse of magic eventually like drains the color out of your hair.
Oh, yeah.
Can somewhat agree, like, oh, this could be Alina time jumping so much that it is using so much of her own power.
I didn't think about that, yeah. I remember, I forgot who it was. I think it was specifically like Zornwolf on the Aphmau Reddits. They talked about how the reason why the character possibly cuts their hair is because of the anime trope of when, you know, the women stepping up, so she has to cut her hair off with a sword or something like that. Obviously, it's like, oh, that's a trope. There's no way they would do it. But yeah, the white tips, I totally forgot about that. I blanked on it because, like, for me, it felt more like a stylistic approach rather than like a reason, rather than like an actual lore.
At this point, we know Jess. Small details in her videos, at this point, they're not there for no reason anymore.
Yeah, because the comment itself, too, is a reference to something, because it's called Zaid, which is a Final Fantasy reference, right?
Right.
They might be onto something, huh? Wait, what is this one? Leona is actually Zane's daughter. Not only does she have the same hair color, but Zane could be a werewolf, or Kiki has the wolf DNA in her veins. Wait, what am I missing something? I do remember the necklace, Minecraft Diaries, has been resurfacing a lot because people are connecting that to Mermaid Tales. Is that what they're talking about?
I think that one is just purely a Minecraft Diaries theory, because I've answered that before. I thought it was actually like so stupid. Because people trying to say Zane must be a werewolf if Leona came out as a werewolf, or Kiki is part werewolf. I don't even know where people are getting that from. But the connection between that pendant and the one in Mermaid Tales, I don't see it. It could definitely have like some kind of power element to it, but not to the extent of hatching a whole baby out of it.
Magic is weird. I don't know how it works. I do think it is interesting how it does glow their colors, so I do think it is some kind of relic, and I do think maybe it does have ties, because obviously if we are to connect it, because the one thing that always bothered me is whether or not this Eren is special, because he's clearly fighting like 5 people at once. Either that's due to his pirate training, or because he's actually some powerful individual, or is it just Aphmau? Because Aphmau is obviously special in the case of she might be a descendant of an Irene. She might just be more special because she can use the soul echo. We haven't seen Eren tap into that yet. Honestly, I really hope he does. I really hope Zane gets to use it as well, because that'd be funny. But with the idea that Eren has been important in every single universe, it's got to be something, right? I don't know. What do you think?
I do believe that pendant will hold some type of power. Eren's statement saying like, oh, magic doesn't exist, even though he has a boat full of talking animals looking like Noah's Ark. His statement saying that magic doesn't exist will come back to him, whether it's with the soul echo or that pendant. But it's hard to say what kind of power is going to come of it. But I definitely don't think it's there for nothing.
Do you also believe that it could be a relic from the olden times? Or do you think it is like something to just hatch another egg, be another wolf creature of some kind. Maybe it is the mysterious wolf girl that we see. Maybe it came from them too.
You know what? Aphmau would be very happy if it hatched a baby. I mean, she was nesting in one of the episodes.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I definitely don't think it will hatch another baby. I will say not to the extent of the power of the soul echo, but definitely give them some type of boost or advantage to something that could be coming.
Wait a minute. Wait. I just realized when in the newest episode, or at least the most recent episode at the time I was recording this, Aphmau wasn't affected by the siren's call, by the moon black tears. You think the necklace has something to do with that?
It could. Well, no, because that affected Zayn too.
I wish we knew how that worked specifically, because women sing and then everyone falls to their knees. I understand it, but like...
No, I completely get that. Because thinking back, well, no, because they had already left the other port when everyone was, well, dying.
Yeah, and it does have a radius, supposedly, as far as we know. Caspian was obviously fine, but whether it's because he has some enchantment or maybe he had some sort of necklace of his own.
Caspian is still kind of a mystery to me, though. Was that like whatever ring summoning circle thing that he was talking to that siren or something completely different? Like, did he make some kind of deal, like Little Mermaid Ursula type something?
It could be Lucinda, or it could be the new wolf character that we see. We don't know if it's connected at all, but I can only assume because of the gooey black nature of the tears, it's got to be the same as the wolf people, because that's what we saw in One Last Time, right? We saw those two connected in the same trailer. Obviously then, where's Lucinda, right? She's got to be like the big bad of the season.
I feel like every single reaction video I've done, like one of the first things we say is, where's Lucinda?
Where is she? Yeah. Is she too expensive?
She's too expensive. As to how Caspian is not affected by the moon black tears, maybe he's working for that siren, because obviously the siren is connected to the women. Once the women snapped out of that spell, she started freaking out. Maybe there's some type of protection on Caspian so he wouldn't be affected by it. But like, where the hell this siren came from, I just can't make that connection.
Questions.
Mermaid Tales is just an entire mystery to me.
By Racy, I think that's how you say their name. First theory, the origin of the celestial canon. It's too sci-fi for it to be ancient technology, so I think the canon is from a far future brought to the past for some unknown reason. That's interesting. No evidence for that, but that is interesting to think about.
See, my thing is with that the celestial canon was built during Hala's time.
Yeah. Hey, what if they came from the future and then to the past and then right back to the... Hey, that's a quit. No? Okay.
Wait, what?
Because think about it. Remember when Jason said in the Everything Wrong video that it's not going to be the last time we see that control room? And I don't just mean in MYSTREET. So maybe it did gonna time travel to some extent.
It like blipped itself out of existence.
It exists in its own realm.
I mean, how the hell would you even... Now I feel confused.
That's how I feel all the time.
This is from the Reddit.
I think the wolf people from Mermaid Tales' recent episode are working to find all the pieces of Irene's broken soul to try and restore her. I think they get a feeling something happened to her during the events of season 6, like she died, and now they want to bring her back, or at least create a new Irene out of the broken pieces. So I think the broken pieces are different from Aphmau. So, See, the problem is we don't know what the wolf people want. We don't know if they ever came back or if the first time seeing them. It's interesting, but why would they be looking for Aaron? They obviously want to kill Aaron. What I originally thought the wolf people were was that they're correcting the universe to some extent, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe? Because why else would they want to kill Aaron? Aaron has to die in every universe. We've been over this.
That was mentioned like in my last reaction video, that the wolf people want to kill Aaron because they held up that flyer that are alive. And I pointed out, I'm just like, oh, but that's the flyer from the Marines. They want him dead or alive because he killed all those people in whatever that place was, Azure Bay. But these wolf people, obviously they saw this flyer who looking for the same exact person, because obviously they don't speak, so they're just using the flyer to communicate, hey, I'm looking for this person too. As for their motives, if they actually want him dead, I'm pretty sure they would be doing a little bit more to achieve that than just walking around with a flyer like, hey, where's this guy?
We have to think, okay, do you believe that a lot of people on the Reddit were talking about it, and I briefly mentioned it in my video as well, and that's why I tried connecting it to other theories and stuff. Yeah, there's an ornament on the clock in the new teaser trailer for Faded Memories. Do you think that looks like the wolf people mask? Do you think that could belong to them?
Squint your eyes hard enough, it kind of looks like it. Or no, just take out my contacts. I'm just like, oh, that kind of looks... I'd say it definitely looks very similar. I wouldn't say it's too far of a stretch. It could just be the pattern of the clock that they chose.
In that case, then, what would they achieve to find Aaron? They would probably find the Soul Echo, right? Okay, cool. What would they do with the Soul Echo? Exactly.
That's the thing with the Soul Echo, is that it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly what it's doing. Soul Echo does not equal Realm Breaker. They're not traveling through realms at all, but this one might sound far-fetched, but like maybe bonding Aphmau's soul with someone else's soul from another realm. The first time she used the Soul Echo, she kind of looked a lot like Lady Bish. Or when they were dancing in that castle, it's like, oh, she used the Soul Echo. Suddenly she knows how to dance. I'm thinking MYSTREET, where Aphmau was dancing. She knew how to dance then, now she suddenly knows how to dance.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to think how that would fit in with One Last Time. With out-of-the-box ideas like these, we have to sit down and think, how would this finish the story? Because one thing that it's meant to be is that one last time. That's it. That's the ending. Just so many things they have to like introduce, like this void beast monster comments end of the world, or maybe it's the void. There's still another Aphmau out there. There's these now wolf people with the wolf mask, who, or maybe they're the same people. We still don't know. What are their motives? What's with the clock? There's so much that we have to figure out, and so much we have to try to tie together for it to be a satisfying ending. And I think one thing we have to remember is that it's going to end MYSTREET, but it's going to open the doors for other series. So in that aspect, because I mentioned before in your video as well, Irene is gone. She's been gone. MCD, it's over. It's been over. Would the wolf people want to resurrect her? Absolutely not. The clock is purple, but other than the fact that it is the color purple, there's no signification for that. There are like the 3 gears in the center where people are like, no, 3 souls, 3 gears. I think that's a little bit of a stretch. I don't think they go too much into that with the foreshadowing and for like the metaphors and similes and all that stuff. But what I do think is that it's important. Where am I going with this? Where am I going with this? Brain, try to connect the dots. Ultimately, I think we need to figure out what's going to come next rather than let's bring stuff from the past and try to connect it. That stuff is over. I think maybe you're onto something, but I don't think it's going to be broken pieces.
The whole thing about trying to bring Irene back, I feel like I don't know where people would really get that from, because I get like with the anniversary videos, it's been like a running theme, find the 3 pieces of my broken soul, whatever, she comes back. But to connect that with Mermaid Tales, where Irene doesn't seem to be a very big prominent figure, what would they even want with Irene?
Yeah, I'm also trying to think back of like the last time we got introduced to a new mysterious character. They weren't hostile at all, right? Our last mysterious character was in season 4, other than like, I guess Michael. We knew Michael was sus. That's a different story.
Yeah.
We don't know anything about these wolf people other than like they're cast in shadow. I think they're keeping it vague on purpose. They might not be evil.
It could be. They could honestly be incredibly helpful. We won't really know until we actually find out more details about these wolf people, rather than just like, hey, these wolf people exist and these women are going missing. It's like, thanks for the information, Lawrence.
Oh my god. It'd be so funny by the time we upload this and all of a sudden there's a new episode that just makes all of our theories dumb. I guess we'll go ahead and end it there. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully we can figure things out as time goes on. Hopefully the next few episodes of Mermaid Tales and MYSTREET will be amazing.
Absolutely. So excited for it.
Anything you want to say before we end this?
I love seeing this fandom in shambles.
Of course you do. That's why you're in jail. Alright then, well, with that, we'll go and end the video. Goodbye.